Good Thursday evening, April 25th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Wenatchee Valley College has banned a Wenatchee woman from campus after she allegedly assaulted two students earlier this week. Rain showers are possible once again tomorrow with mostly cloudy skies and seasonal temperatures expected this weekend. Your complete Apple Blossom Festival forecast is straight ahead. The restoration of grizzlies to the North Cascades region is all but a done deal. The National Park Service and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service announced today their intent to bring grizzly bears back to the mountainous region where they once roamed. The decision ends a scoping and public comment process that was begun by the Biden administration in 2022. The Trump administration withdrew a similar proposal in 2020, citing opposition from local landowners. The wildlife agencies say the bears would be restored by transporting them from other ecosystems in the Rocky Mountains or British Columbia. They'll seek to move 3 to 7 grizzly bears a year over a 5 to 10 year period to reach an initial population of 25 bears. There's no set timeline for when that translocation process may begin. The last confirmed sighting of a grizzly bear in the U.S. portion of the North Cascades ecosystem was in 1996. Wenatchee Valley College has banned a Wenatchee woman from campus after she allegedly assaulted two students earlier this week. Wenatchee police say the students, a man and a woman, were sitting in the Wenatchee Valley College courtyard Monday morning when the 22-year-old suspect, who is not a student, approached and threatened to attack the female victim. The male victim intervened, and police say the suspect struck him in the face and bit him during the struggle. Court records show the suspect lives with schizophrenia and has previously been arrested for alleged assaults on family members and on police. She's now charged in Chelan County District Court with fourth-degree assault for the latest incident. Every year, the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival is opened by the Chief for a Day ceremony. The celebration honors children who are disabled or chronically ill by partnering them with a law enforcement agency. Not even the rain could stop the excitement from the crowd that was filled with the friends, loved ones, and classmates of the day's honorees. Wenatchee Police Chief Steve Crown introduced Sabrina Sanchez Escalara, his last little chief, on stage today, telling the crowd he needed to get a little familiar with YouTube character Blippi to match her love for it. Earlier this week, NCWLIFE News spoke with Crown to hear what makes the event important to him as he prepares to retire.
There's always a surprise in there somewhere, and I find that to be kind of fun, is just the surprise. You know, there's always been one of those kids that will want to tell a joke, and sometimes they're pretty funny, and just the spontaneity of it all, I enjoy that. It's just the sheer joy that you see on the kids' face. That's what I love about it. It's a really cool full day of celebrating the life of these children, and they get to, well in advance of the day of the celebration, they're being fitted for a uniform just like mine. And all the stars and the patches, it looks almost identical to what I have. It's really kind of a big deal for the whole community. And what we enjoy about it in law enforcement and first responders is it's the kickoff of Apple Blossom. Thursday of every year is the Apple Blossom kickoff. So after the oath of office and the full celebration up on stage, the kids get to go out to the static display, which is usually our boats and ATVs and things like that law enforcement use in their line of work. And when they're done kind of playing around with the horses and ATVs, they go over to the library and they're able to have some refreshments and things like that, and then they're able to participate in the youth parade and a couple other events. So it's a big deal for the kids, and sometimes it's exhausting for the kids, but the parents just enjoy it. It's one day they get to forget about whatever woes they may have for health and whatever difficulties they've been suffering with a kid. They just get to put that aside, and it's celebrating with their children and having a great time and the memories that they're creating in that moment. I think putting a little bit of the job on pause is always a great thing. I think giving back to the community is definitely a win-win. This, like many of the events that I'm experiencing this year, are my lasts. You know, you do a lot of different things throughout the year. I feel honored to be able to do what I do and what I've done. So overall, I just really appreciate everything that I've been given and what this line of work has given me and what I've been able to give back. So in the end, I think it's been a great career, and I've really appreciated everything I've been able to do.
The Masawa Sister City Association has extended the delegate application deadline for the 2024 Masawa Sister City trip. Selected delegates will travel to Japan from September 27th to October 6th to promote cultural exchange and awareness with Wenatchee's sister city. The group will spend 5 to 6 days in Masawa and 1 to 2 days touring Tokyo, all while staying with Japanese host families. Interested Wenatchee adults and 7th through 12th grade students must be current members of the Wenatchee Valley Masawa Sister City Association. The cost of the trip is $2,500 per person, and applications will now be accepted through May 1st on the association's website. When we come back, we will bring you the routes and times for both the Apple Blossom Festival Stemilt Grand Parade and the TekniPlex Youth Parade. And this week, the new Lake Chelan Community Center received a certificate of occupancy from the City of Chelan. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
The Honda you want is here, so drive in the moment with the versatile CR-V or Accord. Both named a Car and Driver 10 Best. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Mount Stewart Physical Therapy is all new. New staff, new therapists, and a fabulous new chiropractor. That's right, you do not need to drive to Wenatchee or Kashmir for your care. Come see Dr. Zolman, DC. No referral needed for most insurances. Open your auto and work injury claims with us, or fax your post-op and Medicare therapy prescriptions to us right here in town. We offer covered pelvic floor services. We are premium health care for the Upper Valley. Improve your quality of life today. Mount Stewart Integrative Therapy and Chiropractic.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza. Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Here are the routes and times for both the Apple Blossom Festival Stemilt Grand Parade and the TekniPlex Youth Parade. The TekniPlex Youth Parade will take place on Saturday, April 27th at 11 a.m. The route will start at Triangle Park and go down Arrondo Avenue before turning left on Mission Street and ending on 5th Street. The Stemilt Grand Parade will take place Saturday, May 4th at 11 a.m. The route will begin at Triangle Park before proceeding down Orondo Avenue and left onto Wenatchee Avenue before concluding at 7th Street. Link Transit's routes will be adjusted to accommodate the parades, and all reroute information is available online. This week, the new Lake Chelan Community Center received a certificate of occupancy from the City of Chelan. The certificate signifies that the building has successfully passed all of the required inspections and can now be occupied by staff and partner agencies. Phase 1 construction of the new Lake Chelan Community Center is scheduled to finish this fall, but the center is still fundraising towards phases 2 and 3. Phase 2 will take an estimated $5 million, according to Executive Director Maribel Cruz, but funding for Phase 3 has not yet been finalized. Individuals who wish to donate toward the center's progress can do so online. Coming up next, we will bring you our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, when we will introduce you to Stegman the dog. Lingering showers in the weather forecast for Friday, with clouds and seasonal temperatures expected this weekend. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents The Magic of Manson.
Spring is here at the Chelan Ridge Winery. Check out the all-new deck area, enjoy an amazing view, new vintage wines, and that down-home hospitality Chelan Ridge is famous for.
Wine Girl Wines is already famous for wine, beer, and great entertainment. And now they have added craft cocktails to the list of food and drink, so pop on by our Manson location for some good old-fashioned fun.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Mary Maids, let us help.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. It's time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight's featured pet is Stegman, a 3-year-old Jack Russell Terrier mix who, like all of us, just wants to be loved.
Pause for Pets is presented by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Mary Maid's Doghouse Brewery, Leavenworth, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, Animal Care Manager. And this little fuzzy belly is Stegman. Stegman is a 3-year-old terrier mix. We think there might be some Jack Russell in there because he's got that awesome coat and cute face. We have had him for, sadly, about a month. He came to us as a stray, but it's been really nice having him, I'm selfishly saying. Even though he needs a home, we love having him. Stegman gets along with some of our dogs. He's kind of selective. He's got a lot of energy. We do know that some great things from a foster situation he had for about a week. Some people took him and they let us know some great things that I brought with me. This is always such great information to know because it mimics a real home experience, which, we're not really able to do here as well. This says, "Hi, my name is Stegman. I do great riding in the car. I am well behaved in the house. I rarely bark. I love pets and snuggles and will happily climb into your lap. I love going for walks and will even help you put my harness and leash on. I run over to the door as soon as I know it's walk time. I sleep quietly in my crate at night. Sometimes I'll even go in there during the day to take a nap. Wow. I haven't had any accidents in the house. I love to play with toys, especially ones I can toss in the air and chew on. I know you love balls. I know sit and come, but just need a little more consistency. So they loved having him and really wanted us to know all his great qualities so we could share that with you guys. We do know that he is not great with cats. He gets a little too excited, and so we don't recommend that that if you have a cat that you get Stegman. But he would be just a fantastic only child. Stegman knows his commands. He can sit and come, and he can even spin, even though it's only in one direction. We'll take it. It's so cute. He's a really smart boy. Yeah, you are. You're a smart boy, and you're a snuggler. Yeah. So, if you would like to come meet Stegman and throw a ball for him, he loves that. We are open Thursday through Tuesday, 12:30 to 6:30, or you can even come Wednesday if you make an appointment on our website.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. Pause for Pets is presented by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Mary Maid's Doghouse Brewery, Leavenworth, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
Time now for a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Thursday, and it's the start of apple blossom out there. Boy, it was a cool start to the 2024 Apple Blossom Festival. Had a lot of clouds, low-hanging clouds, and that's usually an indication that a storm system is pretty well set in, and we did see that throughout the afternoon, pretty much around North Central Washington. We'll get to that in a second, but yeah, beautiful shot out our weather window, looking down at the Wenatchee Valley from our Wenatchee Heights Sky-Fi Tower camera. I mentioned it being cool, and boy, it was much cooler than normal today. 54, our unofficial high temperature, and the ironic part about that is that occurred at about 10 o'clock this morning. We've consistently been about 50 to 51 throughout the afternoon. 65 is where we should be for this time of year, so 11 degrees below our normal high today. 82 is our record, and that was set in 1977. 45 this morning, 43 is our normal low for this time of year, and our record low, 32 degrees, set in 2008. We have picked up 6/100ths of an inch of precipitation. I know it seems like it should be higher than that. We'll adjust that tomorrow, but just those light rain showers today, and that gets us now to 2.54 inches going back to January 1st. Sunrise 5:53, and the sun sets tonight at 8:05. All right, let's get you into those temperatures for Friday, and things will be better tomorrow. In fact, we'll see temperatures almost 10 degrees warmer than today. 65 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 64 degrees for you folks in Quincy, and then a lot of 62s from Ellensburg into Wenatchee, all the way up Highway 97 into Omak, also a high of 62 tomorrow, and pretty much right around 60 for Lake Wenatchee, Cashmere, and for Leavenworth tomorrow. So not a bad Friday. We will see some clouds and maybe a sprinkle, but not like today. I'll tell you what, the reason this area of low pressure tonight, it's still off the coast of Washington State. That'll bring mostly cloudy skies into Washington and a lot of shower activity, especially in western Washington overnight tonight. Mid-40s for lows. For Friday, yeah, just those scattered showers still roaming about throughout the afternoon on Friday. 30% chance of rain, and as we mentioned, high temperatures tomorrow in those low 60s. And then for the TekniPlex Youth Parade on Saturday, 11 o'clock is the parade, and you can see just a little bit of a ridge of high pressure over us. Not going to help all that much. I really think most of the rain should stay to the west, mostly cloudy for the parade. High temperatures in the mid-60s. And then for Sunday, ending our weekend, we're going to stay with those mostly cloudy skies, a very zonal flow into Washington. High temperatures again on Sunday into those mid-60s. And then to start our next work week on Monday, going to have a little breeze out there in the afternoon, partly cloudy skies and cooler. We'll see highs on Monday with that wind at about 60 degrees. And then finally, as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, we are going to see some improvements in our weather. High pressure off the coast, and you can see it here, will begin to move our direction. That's going to warm us up a little bit on Tuesday. Expect afternoon highs on Tuesday into those low 60s, and even better than that as we get you into Wednesday. Partly cloudy and warmer. There will be an area of low pressure that'll track across southern Canada, may bring us some clouds, but I think high pressure will win out mid and end of the week next week with high temperatures on Wednesday in those mid-60s. All right, let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. Overnight tonight, 45 degrees. Tomorrow, 62, about a 30% chance that we'll see mainly scattered to isolated showers for Friday. Mostly cloudy and seasonal then, both Saturday and Sunday. Not much change with highs around 64 degrees. And then for Monday, partly cloudy and 60. We'll stay partly cloudy Tuesday and Wednesday too, but the important thing, a slow warm up. 63 your high on Tuesday and up to around 66 then for a high temperature on Wednesday. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
Check out ClubProCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
Welcome to the Columbia Basin Dispute Resolution Center. We are a local nonprofit serving Grant and Adams counties, helping businesses and people resolve difficult issues so they can move toward a better future. We offer help with workplace disputes, residential issues, family matters, and can train your staff in conflict prevention and resolution skills. Call us at 509-237-8401 to learn more.
And a happy Thursday to you, opening day of Apple Blossom Festival. Let's take a look at sports. Texas roughed up Bryce Miller as the Rangers beat the Mariners 5-1 yesterday. Miller saw his record fall to 3-2 on the season after allowing 2 runs on 4 hits over 4 innings, including a couple of solo home runs. Seattle held a brief lead before the Rangers came storming back.
The American League West. Put it in place. Soft contact, low goes for the runner at second. Scoring on the play is Rojas. Fielder's choice RBI, Mitch Haniger, 1-0 Mariners. Gap shot, deep, right center field. It is off the fence. Julio will grab Langford and run. Oh, he falls down. He falls down. They got a shot to get up. Yeah, they do. The old sniper got him between second and third.
He turns around 96 miles an hour, is running hard, and when the ball comes off the wall, it actually hits Julio in the leg, kind of kicks him away from him, and that's when he decided I'm going to go for third. Oh.
Good challenge in Bryce Miller. Garcia shoots his high in the air, deep out to center. Rodriguez at the wall, and he makes the catch. Or did he? He did not. It's a home run. So there we go. Garcia ties it up with a blast to center, and hardly a soul in the house could figure out what was going on.
Wow.
And this ball, well struck out to right. That one back to the wall, and is gone! Evan Carter goes back to back.
Well, after not being able to figure out Bryce Miller, the Texas Rangers go back-to-back here. Garcia to center field. And Evan Carter just lifts and separates one and puts it in the seats out there in right field.
And his 1-2. Runner goes from first. That one lined by first, base hit. That gets Smith to the plate. Good start for Langford. He's around third. Here he comes. He'll score. And Jonah Heim going for 3. Go ahead, big fella. It's a triple for Jonah. Rangers pick up 2 huge runs. And they lead 4-1.
They used to have it on the opening of that series.
That ball smoked out to right field, back up against the fence, takes a weird bounce off that angled wall. Garcia around third, he'll score. And into third base with a triple is Evan Carter. 5-1 Rangers. Rojas has had a good night. And he hits his ball on the ground second base. Sliding stop by Semien, that'll do it. Ball game over. Rangers win it 5-1 and retake first place in the American League West.
Manager Scott Service said Miller had a hard time finding his rhythm in the early going, throwing 28 pitches in the first inning.
For me, and then we've seen Bryce get in a really good rhythm where he's attacking ahead in the count with using both fastballs and working the off-speed pitches. He just never really got in a rhythm with his fastballs tonight. Understanding that he was going to need to throw some off-speed pitches. It's a good fastball hitting team, but he never really got in a rhythm with it tonight, and that's where the pitches came up and where the walks crept in. You have to give the Rangers credit. They were very disciplined. They had a game plan against Bryce. And he had to work really hard. Obviously, the back-to-back home runs in the fourth, but we're still there in the ball game, and we had some chances offensively early in the game that we put a lot of pressure on Gray because we got runners in scoring position there. 3 out of the first 4 of the first 5 innings, and not a whole lot of luck getting those guys in. So, again, chance to win the series tomorrow. We did. I got to give great credit. Going into the game, he's going to do. He's going to throw a lot of sliders. That's his pitch. Obviously, the lineup changes are late, affected things. You got some right-handed hitters in there, and a couple of our better lefties were not in there tonight. But he executed. He did not miss with the slider. They were all on the edge or just off, so you have to give him credit there. So.
Josh Rojas, Ty France, and Dylan Moore each had a couple of hits apiece for the Mariners in the loss. The two teams wrapped up that 3-game series earlier today with a rubber match in Arlington. And by the way, the Mariners came away with a 4-3 win, so they take 2 of 3 from the defending World Series champions. Now let's take a look at the standings and what's happening as far as the schedule or the scoreboard from yesterday. So this is not going to be accurate as of the win today for the Mariners, as they'll be a half game in front of Texas now. This one shows, of course, Texas leapfrogging Seattle after the win last night. The Angels remain in third place after falling to Baltimore 6-5. Oakland is 4 games back after a 7-3 loss to the New York Yankees. Houston is now 6 games out of first place after falling to the Cubs yesterday by a final of 4-3. Well, today's the first day of the NFL draft. Much deliberation has been going into today's first-round selection for Seattle, which sits right now at number 16. Now, John Schneider has traditionally used Seattle's picks to trade and pick up other selections later in the draft. We'll see what happens. Seattle will not have a selection in the second round tomorrow, but will have 2 picks in the third round. Now, draft experts have suggested Seattle would be interested in Florida State edge rusher Jared Verse or Alabama offensive tackle J.C. Latham with its first choice. Several quarterback names are also up for grabs, including familiar faces in the Northwest with Oregon's Bo Nix and Washington's Michael Penix Jr. We will find out shortly whom the Seahawks, or if they'll pick somebody or they'll trade down in the NFL draft. Well, there was one baseball game that was played yesterday in our region. Okanagan shut out Lake Roosevelt as the Bulldogs down the Raiders by a final of 10-0. Today's schedule has Manson at Omak in a doubleheader. Ephrata is the site for a twin bill between the Waterville-Mansfield varsity and the Tigers JV team. Okanagan turns right around after a game yesterday with a home game against Bridgeport today. Now, Bridgeport had some troubles fielding a team earlier this season, so that may be wiped off the slate. Oroville, meanwhile, at Liberty Bell in the schedule today. Prep fast pitch softball doubleheader yesterday saw Okanagan sweep Lake Roosevelt 10-0 and 17-3. 3 games on the schedule today with Omak at Cashmere, Bridgeport hosting Okanagan, Oroville at Liberty Bell. Well, the boys' prep soccer schedule has Bridgeport at Pateras. Ephrata is hosting Sela. Quincy's at Cashmere tonight at 6, while Omak hosts Cascade, and Liberty Bell goes to Tonasket. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Thursday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.